Hi, in the second phase of version 2.7, we'll be seeing the return of Tingyun in 5-star form. Fugue is looking like a super strong support specifically made for break teams. But that being said, break team has been in the meta for a while now, and after all this time, is Fugue still worth it? Well, here are 3 cool things and 3 annoying things about Fugue to consider before you pull. Before we start, I'll be giving away a supply pass / welcoming to my subscribers at 6k subs, so make sure you subscribe. For those that don't know what she does, I have a guide, link in the description, but essentially Fugue is a 5-star fire nihility unit focusing on enabling and buffing super break. Her skill appoints one ally as Foxian Prayer, and during this state, the ally can reduce toughness regardless of element, and Fugue herself gains an enhanced basic attack. In addition, it also reduces the defense of enemies the Foxian Prayer attacked. Her ultimate deals damage in AoE, and her talent simply makes the enemies have extra toughness and enables super break. Overall, she has quite a simple kit, very straightforward in what she wants to do. However, that isn't necessarily a bad thing as we get onto the 3 cool things about Fugue. Fugue has a super simple kit, and that means that everything in her kit has essentially permanent uptime. This is an extremely valuable feature as even the strongest supports in the game like Rame and Robin don't have permanent uptime without extra help, like for example high super imposition light coins for Rame and a full for the up attack team for Robin. This all is thanks to Fugue's talent being a battle-wide buff, never expiring, and her skill being 3 of her turns. So even if the ally with Foxian Prayer has a lot of speed, it doesn't go away until Fugue herself gets a turn. And talking about her skill, the way it works also makes her skill point positive, which is another massive plus. Of course, despite the permanent uptime on her buffs, they are no slouch either. Fugue's buffs / debuffs are absolutely insane for every break character. In addition to the fact that she is the only other character in the game to enable super break alongside HMC, while also reducing defense and increasing break effects, 2 other really cool things about her is that she allows the Foxian Prayer to be colorless, making them playable virtually anywhere, and the first existence of extra toughness in a character's kit, which for most characters simply just means more damage as you get to break more, but for specific characters like Himiko, who actually gains more for the up attacks due to the extra toughness, this is an even stronger buff. And one more extremely cool thing about Fugue is her existence allows the ability to play Super Break on both halves. Super Break teams, whether it's MOC, PF, or AS, are not bound by one half with HMC anymore. Yes, technically it wasn't that big of a deal since Firefly and Rappa has inbuilt Super Break, and Buhyu doesn't need Super Break per se, but there's no denying that they are much better with Super Break, and the whole point of it is that it also enables your supports to chip in a bit of damage too, while also buffing your main break DPS. And not to mention, in situations where you don't want to run super break on both halves, HMC is now freed up, and from what we have seen from the Remembrance Trailblazer, this will be a huge deal. But speaking of the Trailblazer, Fugue isn't necessarily all that much stronger than HMC, as that brings us onto the 3 annoying things about Fugue. Fugue is either a small upgrade or a complete side grade for HMC in Firefly teams. While it's nice for Hoyu to make HMC still the best in Firefly teams, this does mean that the strongest break team and the most common break team in the game, which is Firefly Break, doesn't really care that much for Fugue, making her pull value sink significantly for most players. Not to mention, if you aren't playing break at all, she is worth even less to pull. Speaking of not playing break teams, outside of maybe being a nihility unit for Acheron teams, Fugue is a hyper-specific character, basically unusable if you cannot take advantage of a break / super break buffs. Well, unusable is a bit harsh, but regardless, other nihility units will naturally be better than her in all other team archetypes. So unlike a similar unit like Rame, who is an insane break support but also an insane support in general, Fugue isn't really worth it outside of break teams. And lastly, just as a prediction, break has been in the meta for quite some time now. As with how all gacha games work, different meta archetypes come and go. With the very next version of the game being 3.0, there's a very good chance that they will stop promoting break teams so much, as they probably want to increase the popularity of the brand new Remembrance Path and their summons. So while it's nice to finally see a 5-star Super Break support, it might be a bit too late. So yeah, of course, pull for your waifus and husbandos over meta. If you just like Fugue, then every annoying thing about Fugue can be ignored. I personally will be pulling for her regardless, as I think she is just really pretty. As for the last annoying point, I really do hope that ages poorly, as I think break teams are super fun in general, and I'm still looking forward to more break DPS playstyles.